Global AI shipping traffic. Almost 2 years ago, we are revisiting this portion of the sim, and a lot has changed since then to a great extent. VFR flying has been one of the most common choices amongst the community, and today, we are about to see another beautiful addition that you may enjoy with this freeware scenery without a doubt. Before we dive right in, if you're new, welcome to the channel. Quite often we bring you the latest on the sim, elevating your experience at Microsoft Flight Simulator. So hit that subscribe button for future releases. Developers like Henrik Nielson have a different approach on flight simming. His team have been working on numerous ship models with AI traffic, seacraft vehicles even before the sim on previous other platforms including FSX and Prepare 3D. 2 weeks ago, on similar lines of improving your VFR experience, we brought you an add-on worth considering with the help of global static objects that have animations. Take a look at this, which can be found at the end of this video. It covers all the elements that consist of TV radio towers, communication towers, chimneys, and plenty more, helping you really enjoy VFR flying. Now coming back to today's focus, global shipping. Over a decade of experience on this portion of flight simming, the recently created add-on has seen a huge revamp and needs some insight on what has changed today. It's almost 2 years ago when this was delivered. Yet, the start was a good one. Version 3 is the latest one this week that welcomes more changes. And these changes appear to be even more interesting with the number of uniqueness built right in. 900 unique models, meaning 900 types of ships can be found on this add-on. There have been constant research which the team have been greatly involved in. With the help Henrik and his team have received, we should see some repaints of almost 1800 models. Now this add-on doesn't just add ships to the background. There's a purpose behind every direction the ship takes while you VFR. The routes are original here. Not just cosmetic areas have seen a revamp here, coverage of routes here, expanding increased traffic density in every region. Now what makes it a thrill to see a ship right below you, especially on VR, would be those huge tankers or cruise ships that look massive, especially with detail in it. All this can lead to one big question: performance. One question to be rooted to many branches actually. In order to reduce the load on the systems, the team have given us the flexibility to choose a region we intend to fly, and we'll go over this shortly. What type of models have been included here? Among the new models in this version are several new cruise ships, different types of fishing boats, complementing the existing fleet of regional fishing vessels from around the world. Vessels include fishing boats, cruise ships, tugs, tankers, container ships, bulk carriers, submarines, destroyers, going all the way to small boats or ferry ships. Also, the increasing number of ultra-large container ships is reflected with new models, with the inclusion of fleet of oil and gas tankers expanded. Plus, a number of ferries have been included, in particular in the Pacific Northwest and in Northern Europe. In terms of routes, 100 ferry routes are covered with the specific ferries. You can find naval exercises with Navy ships from most regions. Even watch a full-scale NATO landing exercise on the west coast of the Jutland Peninsula in Denmark, or the Brazilian or Chinese navies doing the same in respective areas. There are more than 40,000 ship movements, which is incredible. Imagine watching a departure of a tall ship from St. Malo, Kiel, or Sandford, or an around-the-world sail race departing from Gothenburg. You can go looking for Maersk Alabama in the same exact spot where she was attacked by pirates on the coast of Somalia. If you watched the movie of Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks, you would know this. More than 40,000 ship movements ensure that the sea is no longer empty. Animations and effects have been included to ensure they interact with the seas and water in a way that's realistic and accurate even with different weather scenarios. Wake effects, the bobbling up and down in the water, and other perks have all been included. There have been some ships you may land a helicopter on, or perhaps even a fighter jet or an aircraft carrier. although this hasn't been tested, but something nice to have. With the help of beta testers from day one, this project have been deemed successful, plus many other teams giving documentations that benefited the project. This mod was developed by Henrik Nielson. Now he's been developing AI boat, ship and seacraft vehicles for Microsoft Flight Simulator since the early days of FSX and Prepare 3D. Now his projects have been running over a decade and have included support from many developers over the past many years. There are known issues to consider. The models which don't have hard decks, which would be reintroduced later. Now in terms of FX, this will display the best with ground wind setting it between 5 to 15 knots. The sim engine is quite simple and not very stable. That means ships will sometimes be unstable or make strange movements if they meet other objects. Now with heavy scenery, not all ships appear in harbor areas. Some prioritization by the sim engine can prevent some ships from showing. More than 15,000 textures and almost 900 model files have been included in this project. In terms of installation, it's a very simple way to install this add-on. But make sure, before installing, to please remove all old versions of this. You need to look for a folder called GAZED or Global AI Shipping Traffic. Once you download the version 3 of this project, it's a 2 GB zip file, and once you unzip it, the size is approximately 14 GB. To install it, please unzip it and drop the included file in the community folder. We spoke about different regions and the types of performance impact you would have on this project. You need to have a minimal folder of GAZED here, which contains all ships and one route package installed. Now at the same time, you can choose to have one or several other route packages installed depending on where you fly. My suggestion is if you have an add-on linker installed, this can be very easy for you to choose a region. If you don't, you do have the option to have the region of your choice on the folders as we see it in the community folder. I would still suggest you to have the add-on linkers and create a new folder just to make things far more simpler. On the settings aspect, make sure your traffic settings for ships and ferries are 5 to 10%, and this helps avoid conflicts with any other AI ship traffic, including default ones. Now on the route packages, there are several options giving you the choice to fly on any given coast as we see it. If you like to coast around Africa, you have the choice to go with African routes. Likewise with the Mediterranean, Europe, the Indian Ocean, Asia, Latin America, North America, Caribbean, all the way to Australia. Now of course, routes are longer for most ships and can pass from region to another. You still might see traffic with neighboring packages installed, which is a normal thing. Once again, make sure to remove any old versions of global AI shipping traffic before installing. Did we imagine another beautiful part of the sim being the waterfront get more beautiful this way with real ship models, unique ones, routes that are real? Imagine flying over the Suez Canal and observing some large containers on that traffic, or imagine a beautiful cruise ship in Alaska. The sim can't get better, and it's truly remarkable to see the manner it has been growing in every direction possible. Big thanks to the dev and his team for a wonderful piece of add-on, making VFR another exciting chapter. The link to this add-on can be found right here in the description below. As always, it's been a true pleasure, and don't forget to subscribe as we plan to bring you a ton more. Until next time, do take care.